Okay, last week we had discussed about Bihar. So this week again we are going to stay with the state, the battleground state of Bihar. And that is because, well, the countdown has begun. Soon we'll know the results.
आप लोगों को सीएम बनना है, चेंज मेकर बनना है कि नहीं बनना? तो बदलिए इस सरकार को, अभी करवाना है, चुनाव से पहले करवा लो। चुनाव के बाद नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं दिखाई देंगे, सूट बूट वालों के साथ दिखाई देंगे, किसानों के साथ, मजदूरों के साथ नहीं दिखाई देंगे।
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of One Take, and this week I'm asking you this question, that whatever may be the results, will it have an impact on the RJD-Congress relationship? And we are going to be essentially discussing, deciphering the various permutations and combinations. But I'm going to step back a little bit in time. First of all, remember, we were the first ones to report on the fact that there's going to be just one joint rally of Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav. They had two. One day. And after that, there has been no joint rally. But there's a reason behind it. There's a strategy and there is a degree of being upset behind it. Remember Rahul Gandhi's first joint rally with Tejashwi Yadav? You could see the RJD leader kind of squirming when Rahul Gandhi took a dig at the Prime Minister over the Chhath Puja thing. He spoke about corporates, he spoke about issues which are national, which has got nothing to do with Bihar, where local issues matter as far as the state elections go.
एक तरफ यमुना, गंगा पानी, दूसरी तरफ छोटा सा मोदी जी के लिए तालाब, दूर दूर से पाइप से पानी आता है। अगर मोदी जी को ड्रामा करना है, छठ पूजा का ड्रामा करना है, तो पानी आ जाएगा, वीडियो कैमरा आ जाएंगे।
Tejashwi Yadav kind of distanced himself because after that they were seen together at yet another joint rally and never together again. From the strategy of the Congress party, it's become very, very clear that the Congress was trying to placate Tejashwi Yadav and RJD. There's no denying the fact that in the battleground state of Bihar, for RJD, it's a do or die election. This is the moment which Tejashwi Yadav is waiting for. And in case the Mahagathbandhan loses the elections, will it be the end of the politics of Tejashwi Yadav? But more importantly, the question which we are asking this week is that will it have an impact on the relationship between one of the closest allies? You know, Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav are actually close in the sense that I've seen them on multiple occasions going out for a meal together, not just in Patna, but also over here in the national capital, in upmarket restaurants. And of course, a famous picture of Lalu Prasad Yadav cooking Champaran mutton and Rahul Gandhi taking a hand at it. But what really is cooking between the two of them? Well, this was one instance. The Mahagathbandhan's first joint press conference had Tejashwi Yadav's pictures plastered all over the posters. Nothing wrong with that, but his was the only picture. Second, when a Mahagathbandhan's manifesto was released, it was called Tejashwi Pran Patra. Nothing to do with the Congress party. Now, if you think it was the Congress party being gracious and not trying to be like a big brother and accommodating RJD, no, that's not really the clear picture. The fact is that Lalu Yadav was miffed. He picked up the phone, he spoke to Sonia Gandhi and told her, enough is enough, you have to declare Tejashwi Yadav. Idhar udhar ki baatein nahi chalengi. You cannot put your foot in two different boats is what was conveyed to Sonia Gandhi, and lo and behold, you saw that formal announcement of Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face. But that's an old story. The campaigning is over. We are waiting for the results to be declared. We are not going to even hazard a kind of a guess or any kind of a speculation about who's winning or not. But on both the situations, I'm going to try and decipher what could it mean for RJD Congress ties. One, in case the Mahagathbandhan wins, RJD of course is a bigger player. They dominated the narrative in terms of campaign, in terms of manifesto, and therefore the RJD will certainly want to take all the credit. Remember the Mukesh Saini tie-up, how the campaign should be structured, what are the issues which need to be taken up. And the fact that the Congress was forced to be low-key, told to be low-key, means that the RJD will certainly want the credit for itself. And more importantly, the RJD, I think, will call the shots when it comes to deciding how the government formation has to take place. But let's look at the other picture, which is in case the Mahagathbandhan loses. I remember when the Lok Sabha elections were over, one of the staunchest allies of the Congress party which is the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, had come out very openly. They fielded Priyanka Chaturvedi, and Priyanka said very openly that Congress perhaps needs to rethink its politics and its political strategy. It was very muted, but I think the message was very strong. Unlike Mamata Banerjee, who is very open and brazen about the fact that Rahul Gandhi is someone I cannot work with. She was miffed with him for tying up with the left. She was miffed with him because she felt that he was giving too much of importance to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, her bitterest critic. And on multiple platforms, she's made it very clear that the India bloc cannot be headed by anyone from the Congress party, and certainly not Rahul Gandhi. It has to be Mamata Banerjee. And even now, as we are going to start the countdown for the battle for Bengal in 2026, I think the message from the TMC is very clear. Please stay off. Just back off. We don't want you on board. I think that is what could happen in case the Mahagathbandhan loses the elections. There are multiple reasons. One, of course, is the fact that Rahul Gandhi's joint campaign with Tejashwi Yadav, that did not go down well. We know that Chhath is the biggest festival in Bihar. And right in the middle of it, Rahul Gandhi made a comment which was not seen as very savory. That's one problem. Second, the way the ticket distribution of the Congress party was done, the way the Congress seemed to be dragging its foot over announcing Tejashwi Yadav. Finally, the announcement was made, but it was not taken very, very nicely by Tejashwi Yadav, and they're not going to forget that. And then on top of it, last day of campaigning, you have a Shashi Tharoor making a comment on Advani, praising him. There's a Purana Rishta between the RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav and LK Advani. Remember, that was the only state where LK Advani's Rath Yatra was not allowed. And that is one USP which Lalu Prasad Yadav has always tried to flaunt, his secular credentials, saying that we never allowed someone who is anti-national, someone who is communal from entering our state. I maintain peace in the state. And right in the middle of elections, in the second phase, just before the second phase of polling, where it's going to be largely the minority controlled areas, which is the bastion which the Mahagathbandhan is looking at, you have a comment which has come in regarding LK Advani, praising him, which certainly hasn't gone down well with the RJD. Now, I don't think the RJD is going to be placated by the Congresses pulling up, or Shashi Tharoor with Pawan Khera coming out with this statement. They're saying that why is it that you keep on making a mistake again and again? Why are you spoiling our chances? And why will we take the blame in case we are not going to perform well? While we are going to wait for the results to be out, we are not going to speculate over here on one take. But this much I can tell you for sure, that there's going to be yet another ally who's going to be extremely unhappy with the Congress party. There is DMK, which is also miffed but not very open about it. And that is because Rahul Gandhi is reaching out to TVK chief actor Vijay, who is the biggest opponent, who could spoil the chances for the DMK in Tamil Nadu elections of 2026. So it's just building up one ally after another of the India bloc. Later on, we are going to discuss at some later date whether the Congress party is a bad ally. But certainly, a poor electoral performance will mar the equations between Tejashwi Yadav and RJD. I wouldn't be too surprised. In fact, I'm pretty much sure that at some point of time, Lalu Yadav and Tejashwi Yadav will come out to speak very strongly against the politics of Rahul Gandhi. Do give in your reactions on the social media timeline. Thank you so much for watching once again.